All right, so we're on Facebook. I'm on Zoom right now. The number, if anyone needs it, I posted on my like what's up kind of thing on Facebook, but it's 907-233-465 if you want to hop on there. And I know I told you I'd be on Twitch, but I need to download something, so I will be on there for the next class. But if the doggies get in the way, don't mind them. They like to yoga with me. Yes. Okay, so we're just gonna sit in a comfortable seat to start. I want to make sure everyone can see. And then you can just close your eyes and kind of start to settle in. This will be probably about a half an hour of stretching, and then we'll go do some meditation in a little while. So really big breaths in the nose and out the mouth. I'm sorry, Tigger, but you can't have this. And you can just rest your hands, palms down on your knees. And then really extend up through the spine, lengthen through the neck. And really bring that focus back inward. I know when you wake up in the morning, sometimes it's you grab your phone, you're checking your text messages, you're looking at your emails, you're checking what happened in the stock market or the coronavirus or whatever's going on. So just take this moment to kind of let that be pushed to the side. You don't have a care or worry in the world for probably the next half hour. Then just imagine that some raindrops are trickling down over your head. So they're going to be trickling down from the center of your head, all the way down the sides of your face, down the ears, dribbling down the chin, down the neckline. And with that feeling of water coming down off the crown of your head, just imagine your body really nice and slowly relaxing from the top down. And use that focal point of your two sit bones. So it's really bringing you down, grounding right into those sit bones, almost like a plug would go into an outlet. So you're really just plugging in and grounding. Just 2 more big breaths like this. Really just trying to clear the mind chatter. And then on an exhale, you can start to roll your head around, really getting into the neck, especially in the early morning. I always feel like I have a lot of tension in my upper back, kind of where the neck meets the shoulder area. So really nice and slowly, so you can feel every centimeter that you're moving. And then on an exhale, you can start to take it the other direction. Awesome. And then on an inhale, you can bring your head back up to center. And we're just going to take our hands and you're going to clasp them behind your back. So we're just going to do a nice little shoulder opening stretch, really pull through the front of the chest, opening the heart space. Hello, Natalie. In Amsterdam, how awesome. Hi, Patty. It's nice to see you all. So you're going to really stretch through the chest, open that heart space, pull the shoulders down and back. And keep your elbows bent when they're clasped behind your back, so you can have your hands just touching the low back. You can see, so you're touching the low back, but you're squeezing your elbows towards each other. So the squeeze of the elbows is what will really help draw the chest open. Just take some really big breaths there. Maybe lift your head up and really open through the throat. Take some nice deep breaths. One more big inhale. And then exhale, you can release. And we're just gonna take our hands, and on an inhale, you're gonna bring them up, reach all the way up, stretch through the back, engage the belly. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We'll take a couple more of those. And I really like you can kind of imagine you're gathering up abundance or gratitude or light. And then on the exhale, you're pulling it down and into the heart space. Inhale, gather that up. Exhale, draw it back in. One more time, big inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring them down. Awesome. Now we're going to drop our right hand over to the right side of the mat and lift your left arm up. And we're just going to do a little side stretch here. So you can bend into that right elbow, really reach through the left fingertips. And you want to engage the core, so you're working on coming up and over. You don't want to collapse into your right side. So we're stretching both sides, just reaching over towards the left. So you really bring those ribs up nice and high. And then by bending that right elbow, it helps allow you to bring that shoulder back and down. And then maybe look up, open the neck. And then exhale. We'll switch to the other side. So left hand down, right arm up, reaching over to the side. Bend that left elbow so you can tuck that shoulder blade back and down. And really feel the length through that right side body, up through the spine. Maybe lift your head up. And then exhale. We're just going to take it back and forth a couple times. So you want to inhale, bring the left arm up. Exhale. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale. Coming down, inhale, coming up. And just go back and forth really organically, nice and slowly. We'll do one more on each side. And once you've finished both sides, no rush. Just take your hands down and let's place our palms down on top of the knees. And just pause there for a minute. You can really grab onto your knees, and we're going to pull our chest forward on an inhale. And then exhale, tuck the chin and round. So you're taking some little cat-cows. Inhale, come up and forward, pushing the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And then exhale, tuck the chin and really press your belly button back into the spine. You can grab on your knees and you should feel a nice stretch in the upper shoulders when you're leaning forward. Just keep rocking back and forth. Maybe do some circles with your body, making it really nice and organic. Taking circles both ways. Just maybe close your eyes so you're bringing the sensation right into your waistline. Seeing how that feels on the side body, on the belly, on the lower back, maybe the mid back. And then on your next inhale, come back to center. We're gonna roll forward and come into a tabletop position. Hopefully y'all can see. And then I really like to teach the hand placement in tabletop just because we're on our hands so much in yoga that there tends to be a lot of wrist injuries. So it's really important to stretch your wrist and protect them. So when you do have your hands down, you want your fingertips spread really, really nice and wide, and then you grip with the pads of your fingers. And usually the middle finger is pointed straight forward. So make sure your fingers are really nice and spread on the mat. And then we're just going to kind of roll around on our wrist. So you can bring it forward, come back, keeping your wrist straight forward. So I have my hands like this right now, and I'm just kind of rolling my body around and over them to kind of get in the wrist a little bit. And then you're going to take your hands and place them this way so they'll be facing towards each other, and we'll just rock side to side. So we're just trying to get a little bit of a wrist stretch in here. So you can rock forward, back, left, right. And then come back to a regular tabletop position, so hands forward. And you can tuck your toes on this one. And we're just going to inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, really lift the head up. And then exhale, round. When you're rounding, really push through your hands so you feel that stretch through the shoulder blades. And then on an inhale, you can drop the belly, come up. Exhale, curl around, bring the back up, belly button straight to the ceiling. And continue to do a couple of those. I'm just gonna check and make sure. Can everyone hear me on Facebook? Just wanna make sure. All right, keep inhaling and exhaling, dropping the belly. And then on the next inhale, we're going to come up onto our knees, and you can bring your right foot forward. So we're just going to come into a little low lunge. If your knee hurts, you can always put like a blanket or a pillow, or you can roll your yoga mat over, and it kind of creates a little extra padding. And just stay here for a minute, really find a good position. You might want to reach down. You can pull your right hip back a tiny bit in the hip crease. So you want your hips nice and square forward, and then your knee right over your ankle. And I like to take a little bit, bring my right leg out to the right a little to have a little wider stance so you can have a little bit more balance. And then once you feel nice and steady, kind of lean forward and feel that stretch in the left hip. For a lot of you, you're probably at home sitting a lot, especially if you work from home. So it's really nice to stretch out the front of the hip area. You hold a lot of tension there. And then if you want to take it up a little bit, you can bring your arms straight up. You can look up, open the throat, tuck the tailbone down a little bit to protect the low back and engage the belly. And then shoulders down on the back. And kind of bring your pinky fingers in towards each other a little bit to help with that. And then on an exhale, bring your hands down. You're going to straighten that right leg. Bring the toes back so you curl your toes. Just kind of lean forward. So we're getting into the hamstring. If this feels bad on your knee, you can always bend your knee. But you're really bringing those toes towards your hip. Flexing the foot. Then on an inhale, we'll come back up, reach up. Exhale, straighten the leg, bow forward. We'll do two more. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Rue loves yoga too. He's doing downward dog. We'll do one more. Arms up. Yeah. And then down, straighten the leg. And then inhale, we'll just place our hands on either side of the foot, and you can bring that right foot back. And then we'll take the left foot and we'll bring it forward. Same thing, you want to make sure that left hip is back so your hips are nice and square. Your knees right over your ankle. Your foot's forward. You can widen your stance a little bit if you need a little bit more balance. Again, protect that right knee. And just pause here. You can put your hands on top of your left knee and kind of stretch forward. Really feel that right hip stretching out. And then if you want to take it another level, you can bring your arms up. Again, engage your core here, really to protect your low back. Maybe look up, bring your pinkies in towards each other, shoulders down the back, and squeeze them together. And then we'll just do that little rock and roll. So exhale, hands down, straighten that left leg, bring the toes back towards the hip. And this is more of a pull of your chest forward. So it's not a bending in where like we're trying to touch our head to our knee. Pretend there's a string pulling forward from the chest. So you're lengthening through the back. And then inhale, come on up, arms up. Exhale down, straighten the leg. Couple more of those at your own pace. Take it really nice and slowly if you want. We'll do one more. Big inhale, arms up. Big exhale, straighten the leg. And then inhale, come up. And we'll take that left knee and bring it down. And if it feels okay to you, sit on both of your knees. So you're going to be up off of your feet so you're not sitting back. And we're just going to take our right leg and bring it out to the side. So we're just going to get a nice little side stretch here. You can take your left hand, put it on your hip if you'd like. You can bring it down to the ground if you'd like. But we're just going to reach up and really stretch across that side body. So you're pushing through the knife edge of your right foot and really reaching the opposite direction with your right arm. Make sure your shoulder blades are away from your ears. Maybe look up. And then exhale, we'll come back up to center. We'll just switch sides. So bring your left foot out, really pressing into the outer edge of that left foot. And bring your right arm down and then really reach over and stretch across the side body. Maybe look up and open the throat. Shoulders are down away from the ears. And then exhale, you can come back up. And we'll just come back to a seated position. We're going to take our legs and put both of them out in front of you. But then it doesn't matter which side, so we can take our right foot and put it on the inner thigh of the left leg. So we're going to do like a little forward fold here, kind of with a figure 4 on your legs. And then really flex those left toes. Inhale, arms up. And same with this as you're coming straight forward. So you really want to reach forward before you go down. And you can grab your shins, your ankle, your foot, whatever you'd like. So you're pulling your forehead towards your toes. Chest down towards the knee. And again, you can bend the knee a little bit here. Just be careful not to hyperextend it. couple breaths. Really breathe deeply into the belly of that hamstring. And then come back on up. We'll bring our arms up and just switch sides. So you want to bring your right foot forward, left foot into the inner thigh. Again, bend the knee if you need. And this isn't about how far you can go. I always like to remind people that it's not about how far you can stretch, it's about the feeling that's happening in your muscles. So if someone's stretching this far and I'm stretching this far, we're having the same sensation, so it's doing the same, it's having the same value. So it doesn't really matter how flexible you are. It does matter though if you're actively engaging the right muscles and getting the same sensations. So again, you're flexing your toes, pulling your chest towards your toes. Couple big breaths. Really exhale into the belly of that hamstring. And inhale, come on back up. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Little diamond. It's so interesting teaching on here versus in class because I'm like, can you see my feet, what they're doing? But anyway, so grab the outside, like the knife edge of your feet with your hands. You can kind of peel your feet open like a book. And I like to kind of wiggle back and forth, really get those sit bones placed on the mat firmly. And then just exhale and kind of pull your toes. So you're pulling yourself forward. So this definitely should feel really good or really horrible, but you know, the stretch should be in the inner thigh area. If you do have yoga props, I love taking a block or 2 blocks and doing this in a restorative pose where I just like relax my head on the block so that you can really just let your shoulders relax and release. So take this one a little passively. You can kind of curl in, drop your head, let your hands fall flat to the ground. Couple more breaths. And then inhale back up. We'll just come to a regular cross-legged position. And you can just close your eyes. Check back in, see how you're feeling. See how your body's feeling. Again, really relax through the forehead, through the eyes, the ears, the jaw. Relax through the shoulders, the chest, the belly. Relax through the hips and the thighs. And then the knees all the way to the toes. And then one more big inhale, arms up. Get out of here. Exhale, arms down. We'll all just take one collective inhale through the nose and out the mouth together. So big inhale in the nose and out the mouth. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to try and do a couple classes every day while I'm just sitting at home with my dogs. And I'm trying to get my Twitch to work. So I should be on there today at 10 my time. So I'm doing this one in the morning at like 8 for about a half hour, and then meditation at 9 for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then like an actual little vinyasa flow class at, it'll be a slow flow for all levels, but at 10. So hope you can join me for all of those. It'll be a really great morning. And yeah, let me know what platform you like best. Let me know how sound is and everything. I'm trying to move everyone to one platform, which is my Twitch account. I'm just slowly figuring out the technology behind it all. So yeah, we'll be here in a little bit for a meditation. If you want to join me on my Zoom channel, I'll be on, it's like 907-233-465, but I think I posted a link to that in my Facebook. So yeah, I hope you all have a really beautiful day, and I will keep you posted on everything that's going on yoga-wise in my life. I do want to kind of streamline, if you did want to like kind of energy, receive, give, whatever, I'll post my Venmo up on my Facebook page in case anyone has a couple extra dollars laying around. It helps a little, you know, buy some more ramen. But yeah, hope you have a great morning, and I will see you all in just a little bit.